Hello, I'm Pi. I'm a Twitch streamer mainly, but there's been a high demand for information about EDDI for voice attack, so I figured I'd upload some tutorials to help get everyone started with setting up their EDDI profiles. EDDI or EDDI is a free plugin for voice attack. You will have to purchase voice attack in order to use this plugin, but voice attack is very useful in a variety of situations, not just gaming, so I do suggest you purchase the product. Okay, first we'll start off with voice attack. You get it here at this site. I'll put a link down below in the info. Download the beta version. A lot of the stuff that's coming out with specifically for Elite Dangerous will only function correctly if you use the beta version, so I suggest you get the beta version. And make sure you have it set to run as administrator. So you go here, download, and it'll download keep, and it'll download the voice attack and install it once you run the exe. Next you're going to download EDDI, which you get here. Run the setup as default. It should get you started and working. So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Once you get that all set up, you get this window, this EDDI window. I'll run you through these windows real quick. If you're requested to send information to EDDI because you're having issues or stuff like that, this is the page you're going to use. Otherwise, you're just going to ignore this. Don't send don't send the EDDI logs to developers unless you actually have an issue or they request you to do so. Next, you're going to fill out your commander details, your home system, your home station, and your insurance. Most of the time, your insurance is going to stay at 5%. The only time you're going to lower your insurance or have a different percentage is if you're a founder or a backer. You have a lower insurance cost than everyone else. The companion app is for Frontier API. You need to configure to obtain information about your commander, your ships, and all that other stuff. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to log in with your Elite Dangerous information. Let me put this over here so you can see my info. It's going to prompt you for a code that gets sent to your email. Make sure you check your email for this code. And you just copy and paste the code into alright. You just copy and paste the code, and then once you're there, you're good. And it says, alright, Commander app for Pi, da-da-da. Commander app done. Your shipyard, this is a list of all your ships that you currently have. You can actually name your ships. I haven't come up with a name for my Viper yet, so let's see, we'll do call it Blade. After one of the mods on my channel. So
Blade stands ready.
There you go. There you go. So it'll tell you click here and it'll tell you what it'll sound like when the text-to-speech reads it out. Text-to-speech is your text-to-speech settings. You can turn it up, turn it down, however you want it. Galnet monitor. This will automatically read out to you when the Galnet gets updated onto the log for the day. Usually you get the Galnet about 12 to 20 hours before it actually gets posted to the Galnet page inside the game. So you have voice attack running or whatever like that in the background and you don't have Elite Dangerous up, you'll still get the Galnet update and it'll read it out to you when it gets uploaded into the log. Journal monitor monitors the journal and makes sure that EDDI reads the log correctly and is able to access the log to do the text-to-speech readouts. Netlog, basically what you're going to want to do here is, I have mine already set up, but you're going to open the game and start it and then click obtain and it'll automatically figure out where you have Elite Dangerous log saved and it'll pull from that file. EDDN responder will holds all the basic information on different stations and systems and stuff like that, and this is what EDDI uses to read different station information and updates to markets and stuff like that. So you're gonna, depending on how you want your entity set up, you're gonna want this enabled. EDSM is a third-party tool that provides information and locations of star systems and keeps a log of the star systems you have visited. So it'll actually calculate how many times you visited a system and stuff like that. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to log in to an account. You're going to make an account on EDSM, which is here. And you're just going to register. Put your email, your commander name, password, register. I think it sends you an email to verify, whatnot, but then you go in and you log in, you go down, you go to API key, and this is where you get your API key. And you just copy and paste that into the EDDI information. Speech responder is where you're actually going to control how EDDI says stuff to you, basically. So your basic profile is going to be the EDDI profile. This isn't really editable. So what you're going to want to do if you want to edit scripts and make it so it's a little more customizable, you're going to copy personality. I'll make a drop down, you name that personality, and then you can go in and you can edit the scripts to make it a little bit more personal. I'll make another tutorial video on editing scripts and how to do that and how to do the calls. And we'll go over that in a later video. And then the voice attack responder generates a large number of variables. This is how EDDI calls all these different events forward, basically. So just read this information. It tells you a lot about it. And then you just pretty much just have this plugin enabled. To get you started, don't disable the plugins until you have a good understanding of what they do. Now, going back to the speech responder, you can enable or disable these. So if you're getting a lot of calls that are annoying or repetitive and you just don't want that information anymore, just uncheck the enabled box on these different events. And you'll see the events are like your ship shuts down, whenever you pay a fine, whenever you make a modification, when a ship gets delivered to a new station. All these things are saved in the log, and then EDDI will then read them out if you have that trigger enabled. And you can actually create new scripts and create new triggers and all that other stuff, but that's a little bit more in depth, and we'll get into that later. All right, so once you have that done and you're up to this spot, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to voice attack. Voice attack. And create a new profile. I already made a new profile here, and then you're going to import the profile. Voice attack, apps, EDDI, and then the EDDI app, and open. Now you can go in here, and then you'll see a list of all of the EDDI commands and what EDDI does. And then you're good to go. You're ready to use EDDI as you will and make it your own, if you will. If you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything about anything that I've gone over in this video, please feel free to send me a message, and I will gladly answer your message, or you can hook up with me in my stream on twitch.tv/AgriForPie. Of course, I'm going to shout out Team for Fun, our stream team on Twitch. If you're looking for new streamers to follow, they play a variety of games. Please check out Team for Fun. I will put a link to their page down below. A special thank you to the code jockeys that make all this software available for us to use, some of which is for free and with very little recognition. Without their work, like, gaming communities would not be what they are. So I truly appreciate what they do and all the hard work that they put into this stuff. Lastly, thanks to Redson for being the voice in my ear and prompting me to do this video. Most of my good ideas come from Redson, and he really helps me out a lot from my day-to-day grind. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you around. Have a good one.